How you doing, everybody? It's me, Grubs, with a super duper furnace. I'll show you how it works, and then I'll explain how it works. So the top chest is for fuel, preferably coal blocks is probably preferable. The bottom chest is for whatever you want smelted. Now, you can fill this whole box with whatever you want, as long as it can be smelted. And this whole chest can be filled to the brim. In fact, it's more efficient to fill this entire thing to the brim than it is to smelt one stack. But it still works. And then this is our collection chamber there. And this is what's happening. So So there's 15 furnaces on that side, 15 furnaces on that side. So mathematically it should do it 30 times faster than one furnace would. It's also more automatic in the sense that it feeds itself new items and different types of items, pulls it out and sticks it in the chest. It's exact mirror image. So where my cursor is and where this line is in the quartz, that side is the mirror image of this side. Unfortunately, it's super resource heavy because it uses something like 4 stacks of hoppers, if not more. But for what it does, it's very compact and it's very clever. And yeah, I'm going to show you how to build this today. And it's nearly done, just a couple of stone left. But it just smashes through stacks and stacks of things. And this little middle bit is not necessary, but if you want all your chests in the same spot, it's just a small item elevator. I guess I'll show you how I made it, but I didn't really go for compactness on this. It could be more compact. In fact, this whole section could be closer to the furnaces, and then your collection chamber would literally be right next to your fuel and your input chamber. So in the tutorial, I might even build it a little bit closer. Okay, so I'm going to move on to the tutorial. I'll prove it worked. Come on, little buddy. Where's the last one? There's always a straddler. There we go. So 100% of your items come back, and I'm going to show you how to build this in just 1 second. Alright guys, to begin the tutorial, I find it's easier to get a reference point to see what you're building. So, for example, these chests are the main functioning points, not the functioning points, the part where you use the interface that the player uses. So you want to make sure that they're in the right position before you build the build. So this is a completely symmetrical build, and I'm only going to build one half. So what you can go ahead is get a dropper and make them face up like this, put a chest on the top, bang! And a hopper at the back, like this. And then from this chest here, you want to make a L shape, put a chest on the top, and then another block, and put a chest on the top. And then you want to get rid of these. And that's how you get your reference. In this next part, we're going to extend the bottom hoppers so we can hold all our furnaces. So you just put a hopper towards the back of that one, and then count from this one here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay? So that means you should have a total of 17 hoppers in this line, and 15 from this spot here. On the 15 hoppers we put, you want to put 15 furnaces. Like this. You also want to put hoppers at the back of these furnaces. Not like that. Ooh, poof. And hoppers on the top. Very nice. So the fuel goes into the bottom. No, sorry. The smelted stuff goes into the bottom, fuel goes into the side, and the thing that needs to be smelted goes in the top. You want to go ahead and just put some more furnaces at the back here. And then put furnaces, more hoppers on the top. Sometimes I mix up my words, but they're hoppers. So you put hoppers at the back, hoppers on the top. So that's what it's kind of looking like at the moment. The next thing I want you to do is put a row of blocks here. Just like that. Okay, for the next step, just put a couple of reference blocks here, temporary, and run a whole bunch of hoppers into it. So, bump, 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 bump. Like that, and the same with the other. Bang. So it looks something like that. And then you got to get rid of these temporary blocks. And you might as well go ahead and put some redstone in the middle like this. Like this. Put block and a block. Comparator and a comparator. So it's quite symmetrical, which is good. Then you can go ahead and put a block and a block. Like this, like so. Put a torch on that end, put a torch on that end, like this, comparator, block, and then delve into redstone, like this, and then cut off that wiring with another row of blocks. So those wires can't talk to each other. Here you want to put a repeater on 2 ticks of delay, like so. And I think that is all for this part. Now I think it's time to connect some of the chests to our chains of hoppers. So you go at the bottom of this chest here, put one going in like this, and then, sorry, get rid of that, and run them into like this. So now hopper runs into this, and then it runs into this hopper chain like so. The next thing you'd probably want to go do is put a block there, and put a comparator here, and then put a block there, like so. And then you can go ahead and put hoppers on the top. And this is going to create our hopper clock. It's a big hopper clock. And I'll explain to you what it does in a moment, but it's very important for this to give you your yield back. Oop, went too far. There. So it should be like, it doesn't matter which direction it goes in, but as you can see, all the items will go from this hopper and then around the corner and then around here, and it's like a clock. It goes around in a big circle. So if we put in an item, like this piece of redstone, it should just go around in a circle. And then what this allows us to do is we go over on this side and we put a comparator here, and this should go on every now and then if we watch it, if you've done it right. Bing! Alright, and then put a bit of redstone here and put a block on top like that. Very nice. Okay, so our back line of hoppers, this needs to be connected as well, obviously. So, like this, put a block on the top, put a bit of redstone on the top of that, up, like this, like so, and like that. So let's have a look at it. From the box, it goes down into this one, away from the front of it, down, and then into this chain of hoppers, like so. This is our coal box. This is our coal box, our fuel box. So the functionality of the furnace works. The other thing we have to do now is just do this little elevator, which is very simple, and I'm not really good at elevators, so this is all I did, and I'll just explain to you how it was done, or how I did it. So, like that, and like that. Get rid of him, get rid of him. Torch, torch, block, repeater, comparator, hopper, hopper, and then turn him around so the hoppers look like that. Put in an item like a piece of redstone, doesn't really matter. That's a little clock. block, comparator, like that. And I think that's done, just like that. So when an item goes in the bottom, turns on the comparator, turns off the torch, turns on the clock, clock just keeps flashing, which sends the items up the column on this side, up into the box. Alright guys, just a quick fix up. Just one tiny mistake. Break that bit of redstone and just put a torch there. And then you're set. Okay, so let's give it a test. Should all work. Furnaces are going because I just tested it and it wasn't working. Put some fuel in the top. Should suck that up. Get something you want to smelt. And in this case we'll do about 30. No, we'll do 60. That's double the amount. Stick in 60. And that's going. So with 2 rounds, it should do all 6. In 4 rounds, it should do all 60. Sometimes one furnace goes on, but they will all go on. There you go. And it's off. And then when it finishes it, this is going to start flashing. Here we go. Ready? There you go. Bum, 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 bum. And this is half as fast as it would be if you did the other side as well. So, thank you very much, guys, for watching. I hope you really liked this. It took me a while. I made a couple of... I nearly put out a video that, you know, I thought was going to work. And then when I further tested it, it didn't work. So, it took me a long time to kind of polish this up and make it work and everything, all that stuff. But I hope you really like it. And yeah, it's very resource heavy, so I'm sorry about that, but it was really the only way I could do it. Alright guys, thank you very much for watching, and I hope you enjoy smelting things at lightning speed. See you guys!